Hey everybody, how are you doing? This is Kirsten here, and thank you so much for tuning in to the first episode of this podcast, the first one in 2025. So, Happy New Year! I haven't wished that to you yet because I took a little bit of a break from podcast over the holidays and I was on vacation, had a really good time, and I'm back here now and sharing with you everything that I know when it comes to overcoming chronic pain and chronic anxiety, also strength training, which is always my big passion, how to combine these two. So if you have been listening for a while, you know that these are the topics that we talk about here on this podcast. So what are we going to do today is that in the second half of the podcast, we're going to do a guided practice that will help us to look back to the last year, 2024, and look forward to this year, which is 2025. And it's going to be a guided practice that includes a little bit of somatic work just to get us settled and grounded. And then we are going to set some gentle goals for 2025. So the reason why I'm saying gentle goals is that I know that a lot of times people can go a little overboard with their goals that they set in January, and you know how it happens, right? Most people cannot stick with them because they were too difficult, they were unrealistic, they were just too much to commit to. And what I want you to know is that there's a way to approach it in a better way, and this is what we're going to do today. So nothing hardcore, nothing like I'm going to work out 7 days a week, I'm going to eat only green salads. I know a lot of people do that, and this is not what I'm here for. Or also, I am not interested in goals that are just outcome based, right? Without having any steps. So for example, you can say, I'm going to be chronic pain free, but do you have the steps? So this is what I want to help you with gentle steps. We're going to do a little bit of reflection of 2024, and then we're going to determine some steps that we're going to take this year to get the outcome that we want. So this is the second half of the podcast, but in the first half, I'm going to also take a little look back to 2024 personally, and just wanted to share with you a little bit about the shift that I made last year when it comes to my work, and when I started talking more about chronic pain and why I did it and how that has been going. And I also have a sweet offer for you. And this sweet offer is here today because today is actually my 40th birthday. And it means that this week, starting today until Monday 20th, all my programs will be 40% off because I am turning 40 years old today. And this is what I wanted to do. If you have been thinking about maybe getting one of my programs, I'm going to tell a little bit more about them in a minute. But if you've been wanting to do it but haven't done it yet, so now is really a good time because 40% off is a really, really big thing. Last year in my 30s was the year when I quite significantly changed the direction of my work from only fat loss, nutrition, and fitness, from only these things to also include the work that I do now with chronic anxiety and chronic pain. And I do still coach nutrition, fat loss, and workouts. I do all of that too, and I still like it very much. I also feel like the change that I made last year has been very, very good for me personally and has been very profound and deep. I feel like this new direction, or addition rather, has been something that I needed to do personally. You know, when something in your life has come to the point where you feel like this is not exactly it anymore. It doesn't feel like this is all I want to do. I want to add something, or I need to change something. So this is how I started to feel early in 2024, and I made that change, and I started talking about my journey with chronic pain and chronic anxiety, and sharing my thoughts and what I have learned with others so that they can recover as well. And this edition has been, like I said, really good for me, and I feel like this work now is deeper. It is definitely more emotional. It is more personal a lot of times, and it can really, really change your life. And I've been really enjoying this. I feel like this combination that I have right now, the nutrition, body composition change for those who want it, and then this chronic pain work, it's just really a very good place for me to be because I can really combine the best knowledge that I have and offer it to you. So I've been really happy with this choice, and I encourage you to listen to your body when it tells you that something needs to change, or something has come to the point where it doesn't evolve anymore, or you need to change. For me personally, the way my business has changed over the years can be described like this. I'm turning my own mess to a message, hoping that others will also benefit from it. Because I've been online since 2016. I think this is when I started, and I did something completely different. And then there was a pivot, and then there was a pivot, and then there was another pivot. And it's not that I don't think that all these other things are unimportant that I did before. It's just that something has shifted in my life. I have gone through some sort of mess that I now want to turn into a message. And this is how things have evolved. Because when I first started with everything high intensity training. And then I was like, you know what? I have been so overtrained myself, and I don't have periods anymore. So let's get my periods back, and then let's teach others how to do the same, because there are plenty of women out there who are also overtrained, who are also undereating the way I did like 15 years ago, and don't have their periods. So this was my next step. I was like, let's do that. And then I gained a lot of weight, and then I wanted to lose it in a healthy way without going back to this severe restriction and overtraining that I did previously. So how do I do it? Oh, there's this thing called macronutrition. Well, then I got certified. I became a nutrition coach. I learned how to do proper strength training. And this is what I started to teach other people. And then came the chronic pain and chronic anxiety work. Again, I overcame these things myself, and I was like, I want to teach this to others as well. So this has always been in me. Like, what I learn, what I go through, I get so familiar with it. I know exactly how it feels, and I know there are people out there who need this type of help. So this has been a really fun journey for me. And looking back to 2024, like I said, I made this new direction, new shift, and it has been great. And I just want to thank you so much. If you found me last year when I made that shift and you joined my community then, thank you. But also, if you have been with me all these years, that's amazing. And you have been through these changes always with me, and you have always come along the journey with me. That's a really, really big thing. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. And like I said, today is my birthday, and this week all my programs are 40% off. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about each one of these programs. There are 4 of them. The first one is Emotionally Fit, which is meant for people who have chronic pain, chronic anxiety, and are really not able to express their emotions, or maybe are afraid of their emotions. And the reason why I created this program was that when I learned how much emotions really play into our mental health, which impacts our physical health so much, I realized that I have a lot of work to do there as well. And back then I worked with a coach who really helped me with that, and it was really significant for me. So after making a lot of progress through emotional awareness, I wanted to create this course. So Emotionally Fit is an emotional awareness and expression program that helps you to heal or reduce your chronic pain and symptoms by managing, expressing, and releasing your emotions in a healthy way. Emotions really do play a big role creating chronic health issues in the body. And if you're a person who says that I'm not very emotional, or you're the person who learned to push your emotions away since you were a child, or you're a person who feels ashamed because you have emotions, then all this emotional suppression is a major reason why you have chronic symptoms or chronic pain. I also updated this course this past fall, and this updated version now also includes somatic exercises. If you have done them with me, you probably have found them really beneficial and helpful. Right now, I am also doing an live program called Somatic Soul Work. This is not open to registration at the moment, but this program is focusing on only somatic work. But this Emotionally Fit also has a little bit of it sprinkled in, and this is what I added when I really started noticing the benefits of somatic work myself. So go check it out. The link is in the YouTube description. Now, the next program that you might be interested in is Train to Build Starter, which is an 8-week program for beginners to strength training, or for those who have had long break from strength training. And it's also meant for you if you've been having chronic pain or symptoms and you want to get back to or get started with strength training in a simple and safe way. You only need body weight and bands. So if you are interested in that, again, you can check out the link in the description. And if you are already a little bit more intermediate side lifter, then Train to Build Intermediate is another program that I can offer to you. So go check it out. This is a monthly workout program. So every month you get new workouts, and this is ongoing. So I keep adding workouts every single month all the time, and you can cancel anytime you want to. So go ahead and check that out. This is not for beginners. You cannot do this with body weight. You have to be at least somewhat familiar with dumbbells or barbells, one or the other, or both, of course. So check out that. And then my last offering is nutrition offering. So this is Metabolic Reset, which is a program designed for those of you who have been over dieting, which is so many women. So yo-yo dieting, under eating for years, and now you have hit a point where nothing helps anymore. You are just feeling so stuck. You feel like you can't eat almost anything. Well, the problem is just that your metabolism is really slow. It's sluggish. It's very difficult to put on muscle that way. It's very difficult to have healthy hormones this way. It's very difficult to accomplish any fat loss this way. So if you are stuck like that, then my Metabolic Reset program might be just the thing that you're looking for. But go ahead and learn more about these programs. They're all listed. The links are in the description. Please go ahead and check them out. And once again, all these programs are 40% off until the end of the day on Monday, January 20th. Now let's move on to the guided meditation / reflection and goal setting. And I want you to first take a moment to just settle your body, find a really comfortable place where you can sit down. You can also do this practice lying down, and we just start to slow down. Just slow down and start taking some intentional breaths and calm and settle your body. And also close your eyes if you feel like this is helpful for you. But of course, you don't have to do it. It is totally up to you. And just close your eyes and pay attention to your breathing. You don't have to change anything about it. Just notice it. And start noticing how your clothes feel against your skin. Start noticing the surface that you're sitting on or lying on. If you are under a cozy blanket, then feel the weight of the blanket. If you are maybe using an eye pillow, that can be very nice too. Feel the weight of it, the gentle pressure that's comfortable and comforting. Just pay your attention to those contact points and get more and more into your body. In this position, whether you're lying down or sitting, we're going to do some somatic practices to get into a more calm and present state and more in touch with your body. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rub our hands together. Gently rub your hands together until you start feeling a little bit of warmth. And then place your palms over your eyes. Don't even actually touch the skin yet, but keep your palms close to your eyes and see if you can feel that heat from your palms or warmth from your palms. And take some breaths here. And then gently press your palms against your skin now, covering your eyes. Take a few breaths here, keeping your hands, your palms over your eyes. And then we're going to move the hands down our cheeks all the way down to our neck and to our collarbone. And then place your hands on top of your head and do the same thing again. You're going to slide your hands down your cheeks, down your neck, all the way to your chest, your collarbone. And just repeat that gentle movement a few more times. Starting from the top of your head, sliding your hands down your cheeks, your neck, to your chest. And one more time. Take a few breaths here. Release the hands. And then we're going to do a breathing exercise. It's very simple. So you're going to take a big inhale through your nose, then pause briefly and take another sip of air, and then exhale through the mouth. So here we go. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Now another sip of air, and exhale. And do the same thing again. Inhale through your nose. Another sip. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale through the nose. Another sip. And exhale. And then we're going to tap our chest. So with your fingertips, just tap the area around your collarbones. And if you want to add something to it, let's add a little bit of humming. So we're going to go while still tapping the chest. And then do that again. So inhale, and on your exhale, you're going to say and use this entire exhale to say while tapping your chest. And move at your own pace. Just keep going a few more times. And relax. Okay, we're going to do one more thing before we move on to our reflection part and gentle goal setting part. And this is a neck massage. So we are getting as close as we can to our actual vagus nerve here. So you're going to place your hands on either side of your neck, right behind your ears, and then start gently either pinching down until you get to the bottom of your neck, to your collarbone. You can pinch that muscle, or you can just massage it gently. So from the back of your ears all the way down to your collarbone. Doesn't have to be too strong, but we are just stimulating the vagus nerve here, which helps us to get into a calm and settled state. And if you feel like you need to take a big sigh, absolutely do it. If this makes you yawn, that's absolutely fine. If you feel like you need to swallow, this is a good sign. Actually, these are all great signs that you are getting to more calm and settled states where we can do the rest of the work from. This is a really good place to be. All right, release your hands. And I recommend that you keep your eyes closed for this next part. But of course, if this is uncomfortable for whatever reason, you can always keep your eyes open. And I would like you to think back to 2024. And it's almost like you're opening your photos app on your phone if you take a lot of photos. And I want you to start taking a look at what happened in 2024. What are the memorable moments, good and bad, positive and negative, painful and happy, difficult and easy? And just going through this year, don't worry if you don't remember everything in chronological order. But what are the memories that stand out for whatever reason, good or bad? What happened this year? What are the things that maybe bring some emotions? When you notice some thoughts that are uncomfortable or some emotions that are difficult, just be open. Don't judge, don't push away. Of course, you know that we are not pushing away our emotions here, never. And just let this timeline kind of run in front of your eyes. How was 2024 for you? And then I would like you to ask yourself a question. Actually, a couple of questions, but we're going to start with this. What is one area where I grew in 2024? And there absolutely is something, anything, no matter how big or small. What is one area where I grew in 2024? And I want you to acknowledge yourself for it. I want you to tell yourself how awesome it is that you grew in that area, how helpful it was for you, and how proud you are for it. Then I'd like you to think about this. What is something that I did differently in 2024 compared to previous years? And something that was positive, something that was helpful, a change that I was able to make that made 2024 better than previous years. So what is something that I did differently in 2024 compared to previous years? A positive thing. And again, I want you to give thanks to yourself, to acknowledge yourself, and be proud of yourself. And I am sure that you can find at least one thing, no matter how big or small. And the next question is this. What is something that happened or something that I did in 2024 that my future self is really proud of? Again, no matter how big or small. Maybe it was a tiny baby step. Think about your future self. And now the next question is, what is something that doesn't serve me and I don't want to take with me into 2025? So something from last year, from 2024, what is something that doesn't serve you anymore and you don't want to take with you into this new year? And once you find it, then I want you to visualize yourself writing it on a piece of paper and burning it. And you can actually do it after this session is over. So write it on a piece of paper. Right now, just do it in your mind's eye and then just burn it. It's gone. It's not welcome in 2025 anymore. And now let's take a look into future. And not just 2025, but actually let's jump even a little bit more. Let's jump to 2026 and January 2026. My first question is this. What do you want to feel more of in January 2026? What is the feeling? Feeling is so important. You can literally change your health by putting yourself consistently into a positive feeling state. And that's why I want you to do this. When you feel well, you are actually impacting your health. And so I'm going to ask you now, what do you want to feel more of in 2026? Do you want to feel happy? Do you want to feel joy? Do you want to feel confidence? What is it? And then visualize an image that brings you to this feeling. Whatever it is for you that takes you to that sensation of happy, easy, joyful, confident. Visualize that thing and stay in this feeling space right now. And here's the goal. Here's the goal for you for 2025. Commit to generating this feeling every day in 2025, even if it's just for 10 minutes per day. I am doing whatever I can to reach this feeling on a regular basis in 2025, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day. Okay. And then the second question that I have is, who will I become by January 2026? Who have I become by January 2026? Decide that now. What kind of person am I? And then think, what are some of the things, or even just one thing, that a person like this does every day throughout 2025? For example, if you want to be a person who is free from chronic pain, what do you have to do, or maybe stop doing, throughout 2025? Some of the things might be, I am positive. I don't talk about my symptoms all the time. I am active. I go out. I am social. I live my life. I travel. I have a very positive outlook on life. I can move my body however I want. I'm free. I smile often because I'm free. I feel great in my body. So these are the things and feelings that the person who is free from chronic pain, these are things that she's doing. And I want you to commit to acting this way as often as you can. Every day, if possible, every day of 2025. Of course, there will be setbacks and moments when we don't feel so awesome, but these moments are actually critical. These are the moments when we have to get back to that person who we want to become by January 26. January 2026. So how do you have to act in order to become that person? And start acting this way every day in 2025. So this was an example of if you want to be a person who is free from chronic pain. Now, if you visualize yourself as a person who is really fit and healthy and in best shape of her life, then think, how does this person act already in 2025, even if she's not fit and in great shape yet? What does this person do? She probably makes healthy food choices. She moves her body. She's active. She expresses a lot of gratitude for the body she has, for being able to do all these things. She eats well. She doesn't use a lot of alcohol or if any of that. Sometimes, yes, this is also part of, maybe your social life, that's fine. But for the most part, what does the person who is healthy and fit, physically well, thriving, what does this person do on a regular basis, on day-to-day basis? And whatever your example is, who you want to be by January 2026, whatever that person is, the future you is in your mind's eye, I want you to think about it daily. How does this person go through her life? What does she do? So commit to taking actions and thinking and talking the way the person you want to become does. And remember to do it every day in 2025. Okay, so whether you're lying down or sitting, just start moving your body a little bit. Maybe move your fingers or your toes. Maybe bring a little bit of motion into your shoulders. your spine. If you're seated, you can move your back. You can roll your shoulders. If you're lying down, maybe you want to bring your knees to your chest and rock side to side on your back a little bit. And open your eyes and start coming back to here and now. Okay, my friends, I hope that this meditation visualization practice was helpful for you and that you will become that person that you want to become, the goal that you set for yourself in 2026. And remember, focus on how you want to feel. This is so, so important, and generating that feeling on a daily basis. So thank you so much. And one more time, I want to invite you to check out my programs if any of them sounded interesting to you, and to celebrate my 40th birthday. They are all 40% off this week only. And if you have any questions, you want to know which one might be best for you, for example, I have 2 strength training programs, you want to find out which one is really for me, just reach out to me on Instagram or email or however you find me, and contact me, and I'm happy to answer your questions. All right, thank you so much for being here today. Once again, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.